So, Brandon, I agree.
Running against the worst candidate in the history of presidential politics puts pressure on me. Could you imagine if I lose my whole life? What am I going to do? I'm going to say, I lost to the worst candidate in the history of politics. I'm not going to feel so good. Maybe I'll have to leave the country. I don't know.
Figure out how we get them to have Pokemon go to the polls. The first time I ever heard of Black Lives Matter, they were chanting pigs in a blanket, talking about police. Pigs, talking about our police. Pigs in a blanket, fry them like bacon. And then they have cans of soup. And they throw the cans of soup. That's better than a brick because you can't throw a brick, it's too heavy. But a can of soup, you can really put some power into that, right? And then when they get caught, they say, no, this is soup from my family. They're so innocent. This is soup from my family. It's incredible. And you have people coming over with bags of soup, big bags of soup, and they lay it on the ground, and the anarchists take it, and they start throwing it at our cops, at our police. And if it hits you, that's worse than a brick because it's got force. The perfect size, it's made perfect. And when they get caught, they say, no, this is just soup from my family. And then the media says, this is just soup. These people are very, very innocent. They're innocent people.
It is time for us to what we have been doing, and that time is every day. Every day it is time for us to agree.
I am not up to the job. And I mean that sincerely. It's not like, whoa.
Hello, users, and welcome to another episodic installment of the show. This is the Above It All show. This is a show that I do. I do the show, and I'm doing it today. I'm doing the show. There's a Max dog somewhere. Where the hell are you? Maxie. Oh, here he is. Folks, I have an announcement to make. Today is Dog Day. That's right. I have decreed it. Today is Dog Day. Max is currently under the desk. You can't see him. But this morning, I screamed at Max the dog. I said, "Today's Dog Day. Do you know what that means?" He did not know what that meant. And so I gave him lots of pets, and he's getting treats. I just decided today is Dog Day. So everyone, if you have a dog, celebrate Dog Day with me and be extra cool to your dog. So, Dog Day just comes out randomly. But anyway, so we got a show. Today I've got a program, really. I've got a programmatical, a program, Maxie, why you lick me? Is it still Dog Day? It's still Dog Day for Max the dog. As you can see, look at him. He's such a fucking animal. This is a wild animal. You have to put clothes on, Max. You can't appear on the show like that. Max, you gotta put something on. I'm gonna get banned. Oh, he's running around streaking this dog. What a dog. Anyway, so he's a dog. And doing a show today. Right now, actually. So, got some coffee. All right. I got some lights going on over here. It's just in general. I'm at the point where I have lights on. I'm trying to add Halloween decorations to the background like every couple days. So, just throwing that out there. That's it. That's all I had prepared for the show. So, thank you. No, I'm just kidding. All right. So, folks, breaking news. This is from CNN Business. The White House released an AI Bill of Rights. That's right, folks. AI Bill of Rights. We don't even have a Bill of Rights, and yet AI are getting them, so that's great. The White House on Tuesday released a set of guidelines it hopes will spur companies to make and deploy artificial intelligence more responsibly and limit AI-based surveillance, despite the fact that there are few U.S. laws compelling them to do so. The guidelines, which have been in the works for a year, are not binding in any way. Oh, that's great. But the White House hopes it will convince tech companies to take additional steps to protect consumers, including clearly explaining how and why an automated system is in use and designing AI systems to be equitable. The blueprint joins a number of other voluntary efforts to adopt rules regarding transparency and ethics in AI, which have come from government agencies, companies, and non-government groups. Check this out. So we have like an underline. You see the underline here? Like the underline stops at the G. So really when you think about it, CNN is like, oh, we got to make sure they know about the government A and C's, because the G is not anyway. Though the use of AI has proliferated in recent years, being used for everything from confirming people's identities for unemployment benefits to generating a highly realistic picture in response to a written prompt, the U.S. legislative landscape has not kept pace. There are no federal laws specifically regulating AI or applications of AI, such as facial recognition software, which has been criticized by privacy and digital rights groups for years over privacy issues and leading to the wrongful arrests of at least several black men, among other issues. As we all know, there are many cases where these like facial recognition softwares and like all that kind of stuff, just like, oh, every black person is the same, and so if a black person does a crime, automatically it'll just target every black person in like a 30-mile radius. These are all the criminals. Again, many instances of like, self-driving cars confusing black people with traffic cones. I know these are real fucking stories, but again, you got all these fucking white dude bro tech bros writing all this fucking bullshit. They think that they're creating like a whole new world of artificial intelligence. Whoa! And they've never like spoken to a black person in their whole life, so they don't know how to like design fucking machines around that kind of stuff. So, I don't know. Will an AI Bill of Rights fix these problems? Well, it's non-binding, so probably not. It's non-binding. But it's great that we're trying here. The blueprint for an AI Bill of Rights includes 5 principles. That people should be protected from systems deemed unsafe or ineffective. That's great. We just got to call it unsafe and ineffective first, and then we're protected, right? That people shouldn't be discriminated against via algorithms, and that AI-driven systems should be made and be used in an equitable way, that people should be kept safe from abusive data practices by safeguards built into AI systems that have control over how data is used. It's a long-ass fucking... Jesus, that shit took over like half the paragraph, and we're only on 2. That people should be aware when an automated system is in use, and be aware of how it could affect them. And the people should be able to opt out of such systems where appropriate and get help from the person instead of a computer. Well, I only read 4 principles there, unless like one of them was 2 combined. I'm not sure. Anyway, I'm high. So anyway, AI Bill of Rights. That's great. Maybe we could get a human Bill of Rights. That'd be cool. Children's Bill of Rights, something like that. But I'm glad that the AI are getting it first. That's great. And there you go. So I noticed that some people in the chat room have let their YouTube membership lapse. And, you can do whatever you want, but just know that I am deeply offended by anyone allowing this to occur. And honestly, I'm gonna go cry as soon as the show is over. So there you go. Lex Friedman is a great example, Rielon. That is the exact person I'm talking about. I'm trying to get it back. This is not my fault. Oh, here we go. I'm just trying. I can't find it. I dropped it. It was in my pocket, and I did the laundry, and then I can't find it. Fun P $9.99. Good morning. Hello. Thank you, y'all. I would like to once again remind everyone that tonight, I will be doing a double feature. Horror film extravaganza double feature. Going to be watching Scooby-Doo Zombie Island and the Scooby-Doo Courage the Cowardly Dog crossover, which is a new movie. So I haven't watched a new Scooby movie since like 2001. So I'm just throwing 2002. When did the live action one? I haven't watched a new Scooby movie since 2002. So today I'm going to do a double feature. And I'll be reviewing both of those tomorrow. So if anyone wants to hop in on that. What does the show say? This is the Michael Brooks shirt. Designed by the Letterhack. Fucking Tyler is so serious right now that they had to delete a message just to correct a typo. So goddamn fucking serious. Holy shit. Yeah, well, you see, I had it in my pocket, and I did the laundry, and and then I did and then I dried the laundry, and then I put the pants away in the closet, and then and then 3 years later I wore the same pair of pants, and then I saw that there was a crumbled up membership in the pocket. And then I called my aunt who's got lung cancer and asked her how could this happen, and then she told me that I probably put it in the laundry 3 years ago. When I did the laundry, that was before she had lung cancer. She has lung cancer now. Anyway, stop making fun of me and just tell me how to. I don't know how to get it back. I've never joined a membership on YouTube, so I don't know. I don't know. I have no idea. So I was here last night. I didn't realize it was a premiere. Well, I mean, it says premiere. I don't know how to fix that problem. I guess it's just like it's a low IQ thing. Like the average YouTube viewer has a low IQ and they read the word premiere and they have no idea. Oh, premiere. That must mean live stream. I don't know what to tell you. But there you go. Anyway, we got a show. I'm doing a program here. Folks, is this good news or bad news? All right, so I got a news story here, and I'm not going to tell you what it is yet. If you're watching the video version of this, you're looking at the title, you already know what it is. But those watching the live stream, I'm going to string this out a little bit. So, okay. This is good news and bad news. Like, this is like the best news in the world, but also the worst news in the world. All right, this is a combination, a case here that is a combination case that really, I don't know how to feel about it. Now, I should say officer down, but at the same time, an officer murdered someone extrajudicially. That's right. 21-year-old Polk County deputy killed in crossfire from fellow deputies. How do I react to this? On one hand, there's another dead cop. On the other hand, a cop just killed someone without a warrant. What the fuck's going on here? So let's read. All right, so we got this guy. I'm not going to care what he has to say. I'm going to read the text. 21-year-old sheriff's deputy was fatally shot while serving an arrest warrant in unincorporated Polk City Tuesday morning, Polk County Sheriff Grady Judd said. Judd said 4 deputies were attempted to arrest Cheryl Lynn Williams, 46, at a mobile home at around 2 a.m. on Foxtown South on a warrant for failing to appear in court for possession of methamphetamine charge. So nothing? So they're going to carry out an arrest warrant because someone had fucking drugs. Oh, drugs. Oh, no. And then they killed one of their own guys. Imagine killing... Like, that's the thing. Like, if I'm a cop and I get killed in a shootout and it's like we're trying to rescue like an orphanage that's like, and there's a bomb, you know, it's like some Die Hard shit. I'm trying to like arrest or I'm trying to save like the kids out of the blowing on fire orphanage or some shit and I get killed in the crossfire. That's one thing. But no, I'm a cop. I'm getting killed when my buddies are just trying to get high and they're trying to steal someone else's drugs. You know, like I just love it. I just love this shit, man. Cops are so fucking stupid, dude. Holy shit. When deputies arrived, they asked a man at the scene known as Witness A where Williams was. The man told them she was behind the home, but when deputies went there, a second man told the whoa, this is okay, so they show up to the scene, they got their guns, they're ready to get high on meth, and then they find like an NPC who's like the quest giver, right, just a man, Witness A, and then Witness A is like, go behind the mobile home and you will find the methamphetamine. They go behind the mobile home and then there's another NPC, Witness B, just standing there, just hanging out behind why are there so many people just hanging out around this bitch's mobile home? Like, what the fuck? Anyway, okay. A second man told the deputies that she was inside and invited them to enter. At this point, Deputy Blaine Lane. What kind of name is that? Blaine Lane? Is this the one who died? 21 years old. Blaine Lane. Imagine like living your whole life, your name is Blaine Lane, and then you get killed by your coworker while trying to get high at some fucking trailer park. Like, I just can't with this shit. Hi, Max. There's a dog next to me. Blaine Lane goes back to the front of the home and takes a tactical position just in case Williams tried to run. Like, I mean, like, I love how they overreact. I mean, so this bitch had drugs on her. Oh, the worst crime of the century. She had some drugs. And now we got a tactical team with some motherfucker named Blaine Lane coming outside, like, waiting, you know, got to guard the rear at 6 o'clock. The position he's taken, and this is important in a minute, is not in front of any door or window, but he's angled so he can see the front door, he can see a set of windows, and where people inside can't see him, Judd said. As Lane stood by Sergeant Michael Brooks and Deputy Johnny Holson back 3. There's 3 of these motherfuckers. entered the mobile home and began clearing the rooms. What the fuck does that mean, clearing the rooms? When Holzenbach the third, mind you, looked into the mobile home's gaming room, Williams stepped in front of the deputies while wielding a realistic BB gun. They had a gaming room? Yo, check this out. Couch dog. Couch dog. Holy shit. Alright. I want to go to the fucking gaming room at the meth lab at the fucking trailer park where Blaine Lane was shot and killed. This is a tourism site. Blaine Lane, man, he's in pain. According to the sheriff's office, Williams picked up the BB gun when she realized the deputies were there. The second witness told Williams, "Is this witness B, the second man that was just hanging out outside back of the house? Witness B, you don't want to do that." But the suspect told him to let the deputies inside. "It is my belief at this stage of the investigation she clearly and unequivocally puts us in a gunfight with her and her suicide by cop." So let me get this straight. Dumb bitch has a BB gun versus motherfuckers wearing body armor. And the dumb motherfuckers are like, oh shit, the bitch has a BB gun. Let's shoot my coworker. Isn't that great? Oh fuck, this bitch has a BB gun. And then they turn around like, 168 degrees. And then they just shoot their coworker in the head. Like, what the fuck? Oh my god. The two deputies fired at Williams, hitting her 2 times. However, she was not the only one injured by the gunfire. At the same time, Deputy Blaine Lane screams, "I'm in pain!" Judd said, witness 1, who's on the porch, sees Deputy Lane grabbing his shoulder like he's pulling at his shirt, and he walks away from his tactical position out under another covered area and goes down to one knee. Oh, I love how descriptive this language is. Deputy Adam Pennell, also at the scene, went to Lane and tried to render aid. Judd said an early investigation found that 6 shots were fired and that the shot that hit Lane came from a fellow deputy that went through an exterior wall. I love this shit, man. I love this shit, man. Again, cops are so fucking stupid. They're gonna shoot someone with a BB gun. They got a BB gun. And you're going to shoot them in a tin can mobile home and then kill one of the fucking goddamn cops. That's crazy, man. These are some dumbass motherfuckers. I mean, again, I don't know. Is this a good story? On one hand, a cop got fucking killed. Excellent. On the other hand, cops killed someone. What the fuck? I don't know how to feel about this story. As they're treating Deputy Blaine Lane, who happens to be in pain. I'm sorry. We learned that the shot that went into the shoulder went into the chest cavity. And he died. Oh no! Williams was placed under arrest. So, wait. Okay, hold the phone. What about the cop who killed another cop? Are they placed under arrest? So you got the BB gun bitch. She's still alive somehow. What about the cop who just murdered someone? What about that? The cop who just murdered a 21-year-old child. How about that? What the fuck is going on here? Williams was placed under arrest and will be charged with second-degree murder. Wait. What? Whoa, whoa, whoa! What? What? They're charging her with second-degree murder! No. 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 No, they're not charging this bitch with second-degree murder. Okay, so let me get this. Imagine being this bitch. Okay. You have a BB gun, a toy. You have like a children's toy. Right? And cops decide to open fire on you for no reason. They kill one of their coworkers, and then they charge you with killing the What? 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 I mean, what? That's crazy. That's crazy shit, man. Wow. That is crazy shit. I'm glad I read this whole article. Fuck. But once again, this is a difficult story to parse. So let me just, real quick. Okay. Step 1. Some bitch gets high on meth. Alright, step 2. She gets arrested while having meth. Step 3. She's supposed to go to court. She skips court. Step 4. a fucking team of dumb fucks go to a mobile home. Step 5, they go behind the house to find the second man who tells them that she's inside. Step 6, they go inside. Step 7, they're confronted with a toy BB gun. It's a BB gun, man. I mean, I know you can kill someone with a BB gun, but like these motherfuckers have body armor, right? Like I'm telling you, like a BB gun is no threat to a police officer in body armor. So then they shoot and miss because they're so fucking bad and shoot through the walls to kill 21-year-old Blaine Lane. Step 4, charge the bitch who did not shoot the BB gun, did not shoot anything with murdering Blaine Lane. What the fuck? What the fuck? Wow. So anyway, this is America. Where is this? Polk County? Where is Polk County? Oh, Florida. All right. It's in Florida. Anyway. So there you go. Officer down? You know, I don't know. So there you go. Hey, Stunt. How's it going? Courtney, thank you for the 1 gifted membership. And then, of course, Tyler is getting the handouts. Yeah, that's right. Tyler's like, oh, no. I did have $3,000 in cash, but I put it in the laundry machine. Can someone gift me a membership? That's fucking Tyler right now. Oh. Hello, Letterhack. Alrighty, so that's the dead cop news out of the way. Now this one is a little, honestly, like my gut instinct is that this is hilarious. That's my gut instinct, but also it's kind of freaked out. I'm kind of freaked out by it at the same time. Seoul's reprisal blows up as U.S. South Korea respond to North Korean missile test. So for those of you that missed this was a couple days ago. In Japan, there was like a national alert in Japan. North Korea fired a quote-unquote nuclear-capable missile over Japan as part of a missile test. Totally illegal. I mean, like, that's crazy shit, right? But, you know, North Korea, they love to fuck around like that, you know? What are you going to do? They got nukes. Can you really tell them to stop? They got nukes, so they can do whatever they want. So anyway. So then South Korea is like, oh, fuck. Well, we got to show them that we have even better missiles. And in showing them that they have even better missiles. Now imagine living in South Korea. You're seeing that shit with Japan. And you're thinking, holy shit, North Korea's doing this fucking shit again. Oh boy, here we go. We got the fucking, oh boy, right? So you're in South Korea. You're freaking the fuck out. And then imagine you see this fucking shit. Your entire night sky illuminates with an explosion. An explosion illuminates the night sky, and you're thinking, holy shit, 2 days ago, North Korea was firing a test missile over Japan, and now there's a giant explosion. Wait, that's not North Korea. My friends, that's the United States and South Korea. That's right. They blew up a missile on their own land, freaked everyone out, and then tried to cover it up, and it didn't really work. All right. A malfunctioning South Korean ballistic missile blew up as it plowed into the ground Wednesday during a live fire drill with the United States that was a reprisal for North Korea's successful launch a day earlier of a weapon that flew over Japan and has the range to strike the U.S. territory of Guam. Territory, by the way. Like, come on now. Like, why is Guam a fucking U.S. colony in the 2022? Like, come on now. The explosion and subsequent fire panicked and confused residents of the coastal city of Gangneung, who were already uneasy over the increasingly provocative weapons tests by the rival North Korea. Their concern that it could be a North Korean attack only grew as military and government officials provided no explanation about the explosion for hours. For hours, they're like, oh no, what do we do? Fuck, how are we gonna spin this? And meanwhile, everyone's freaking the fuck out. They're opening the doors to the bomb shelters. They're getting on the boats. They're still paddling out there, motherfucker. They are getting the hell out of here. South Korea's Joint Chief of Staff said no injuries were reported from the explosion, which involved a short-range Hugh-Mu-2 missile that crashed inside of an Air Force base in the outskirts of the city. South Korea's military acknowledged the malfunction hours after internet users raised alarm about the blast and posted social media videos showing an orange ball of flames emerging from an area they described as near the Air Force Base. It said it was investigating what caused the abnormal flight of the missile. The U.S. and South Korea militaries are conducting the joint exercise to show their ability to deter a North Korean attack on the South. Well, if I'm North Korea, I look at this information and I say, now's the time to strike, because they're not doing so well. So anyway, there you go. USS Ronald Reagan. Oh, Jesus Christ. And then you got this fucking guy. Anyway, you can read the rest of this, but that's the fun part. Goddamn, we got some stupid ass motherfuckers. Again, I just want to tell you, take a second here. Again, around 5 to 10, depending on which countries you perceive to be like influential enough to control the world stage politically. Around 5 to 10, stupid ass, dumb fuck motherfucking like schizophrenia patients that are knee deep in a psychotic episode, they control the world. Right? You see what's going on in Iran? Iran's getting fucked up right now. Right, with the fucking protests going on in Iran, you know, like they're a fucking crazy ass fucking country. Their leaders fucking, they got like 2 leaders. They got the supreme leader, and then they got like some other like Ayatollah or some shit going on. They got some weird system. I don't really know. I'm not an Iranian expert, obviously, but you got dumbass motherfuckers. Like, let's be real. Iran, stupid ass fucking country with stupid ass leaders. I will say the people in Iran, I mean, you know, I don't want to talk about the people negatively, but the leadership there, holy shit, right? You got Brazil. Look at what's fucking going on in Brazil right now with Bolsonaro threatening a military fucking coup if he loses an election. Like, that's crazy shit. You got the U.S. You got Joe Biden in the U.S. I mean, come on now. This motherfucker's lame. Right? You got Vladimir Putin, of course, right? Just, you know, threatening the whole world with nuclear annihilation. That's great. Right? And you got fucking Kim Jong-un, right? Just like, oh, yeah, we'll throw a couple, you know, nuclear-capable missiles over some random countries. Just have a little fun. Right? And then South Korea is like, oh, great, let's blow up our own country. That sounds, you know, again, we, like, 5 to 10 dumbass motherfuckers control the whole world. Dumbass motherfuckers. It's like, we're global society is in the hands of, like, some motherfuckers that should be at a nursing home that has, like, a part-time mental health facility built in. Right? 5 to 10 dumb fuck motherfuckers controlling the outcome of the whole world. That's crazy shit, man. It's crazy shit. Crazy shit. The dumbest people in human history, they're our leaders. Wow. What a world. And so anyway, there you go. Speaking of dumbass motherfuckers, speaking of the dumbest motherfuckers that you've ever seen, Elon Musk. Really dumbass motherfucker. There's some news. Elon Musk is, you know, again, the situation with his Twitter buying, right? A lot of people don't understand it. Basically, he signed a contract, and the legal adjudication process that's happening right now is whether or not it's going, like, he is forced to go through with the contract, aka buying Twitter at an above market price, as well as paying legal fees and fines on top of buying Twitter. Right? So again, the stock market earlier this year, for those of you that don't know, the stock market took a giant diarrhea dump all over the rest of the fucking, you know, just everything. Like, it's leaking diarrhea, like you turn your faucet on and boom, there's diarrhea, right? The stock market fucked around early this year. And especially after Russia's invasion of Ukraine in February, the stock market went, right? And so conveniently, you know, when Twitter shares were around half of the price that Elon Musk originally made the contract for, he was feeling a little weird. He's like, oh shit, what the fuck? You know, oh fuck, I don't want to buy this. I'm paying double. I'm paying double right now because of the stock market. So he tried to weasel out of it. Well, you know, eventually you can't weasel out of it. It's a contract. You signed the fucking contract, bro. I don't know what to tell you. So anyway, it looks like he's going to be forced to buy Twitter. And I'm sure that that's going to be fun for everyone on Twitter. But, that announcement came out, and now, of course, the Twitter stock is going way up, right? Way up. It's a stock, 22%. I mean, it's a stock. It's not bad for a stock, right? And now I believe Twitter's stock price is around where Elon Musk's original contract deal was. I believe his contract was for $54.20 per share. I think it's around like $51 now. So anyway, let's read this. Elon Musk has reversed course and is again proposing to buy Twitter for $54.20 per share. According to a regulatory filing on Tuesday, Twitter shares closed up more than 22% on the news. The social media company issued a statement saying it had received the letter and said the intention of the company is to close the transaction at $54.20 per share. Now again, so basically what he is saying is he's like, all right, lawyers, just reverse course on this whole like legal battle. I'm in. You know what? Fuck it. The stock market's recovered. I'm in. Right? And so maybe during this period where the stock was dumping, maybe he got like shell companies to start buying Twitter stock when it was low, right? And maybe this is some good old-fashioned pump and dump stock manipulation. It's possible. I know Twitter went down to below 30 or around that range when the Ukraine invasion occurred, right? So, maybe it was a classic pump and dump scheme. Just delay the purchasing, try to get some more shares, profit off of yourself. Who knows, right? A deal could happen as soon as Friday this week, sources told CNBC. The stock was halted earlier in the day after Bloomberg first reported on the Tesla CEO's plans to go forth with this deal to acquire the company. The SEC filing says Musk sent a letter to Twitter on Monday notifying the company of his intent to proceed with the transaction agreed upon on April 25, the day the deal was publicly announced. A few weeks after Musk agreed to that deal, valuing Twitter at $44 billion, he quickly tried to back out, officially informing the company in July of his intentions to terminate the agreement. Twitter sued Musk to force him to go through with the purchase. The two sides were scheduled to go to trial in Delaware Chancery Court on October 17. So once again, I don't know how many people in the audience pay attention to the stock market, but the stock market throughout the summer, right, dumped pretty hard, starting in February, and it was just pretty much really down, down, down. Now, again, some tech companies are starting to reverse course, and then all of a sudden, as soon as that happens, Elon Musk is like, all right, I'm back in. So I just want to say, there's a 0% chance he didn't just run out the clock to try to make more money off of this. Musk also alleged Twitter failed to provide him with necessary data related to spam and bots, which Twitter denied, blah, blah, blah. Anyway, so you can read the letter if you want. Who cares? But Elon Musk may become the CEO of Twitter. My recommendation, if you have a Twitter, don't delete your Twitter. I know a lot of people say, oh, I'm going to delete my Twitter. My position on social media, right? You should not be like making friends on social media. That's fine. But you should not be maintaining friendships on websites like Twitter, right? So if you have any friends that you only talk to on Twitter, get them on another platform, get their phone number if that's a thing, probably not, but, add them on any other platform, right? The way you should use social media is to try to profit from it as much as you can, right? In terms of like, if you use social media for news, try to keep it to news. Don't get involved in the Twitter wars. Don't waste your whole morning arguing with some stupid ass motherfucker, right? Use Twitter to profit. If you're a creative person, you want to promote your stuff on Twitter, you know what I mean? Right? So that's what I say. Don't be the product. Try to get a net positive gain out of Twitter. When you're sitting there in bed in the morning, doom scrolling, right? You are the product. You are being manipulated. You are profit for a corporation, motherfucker, right? Well, when you go on Twitter to post, oh, I got a hot new movie review, and you post that shit on Twitter, and then a couple people go like, oh, I didn't even know about this, and they find it, then you're the one gaining. You're the one in the lead there. So I'm just throwing that out there. A lot of people delete their Twitters or whatever in protest. That's not, that's not going to do anything. So unless you want to delete it for mental health reasons, like you can't trust yourself not to doom scroll, and so you just delete the whole app, that's fine. But anyway, that's my recommendation on how to handle Twitter or any social media company. You know, if you are going to be the product, you should at least go in trying to gain something, right? If the YouTube algorithm is profiting off of you, right? Try to make the best of it. You know, go down into like a tunnel of like learning about like, you know, I don't know, random shit about the cosmos or whatever. Just watch a bunch of science videos. Yeah, sure, you'll watch a couple ads, you'll be marketed to, you'll be profited from, but you're also gaining information. You know what I mean? So, you know, try to have that kind of mentality with every social media website. It's fine to make friends on these websites, but to maintain these friendships on these websites, highly recommend just at least having multiple, because again, someone can get banned on these websites and then you're just gone. They're gone. You never hear from them again. You know what I mean? So, you know, always try to have multiple degrees of contact for people that you actually like, and don't take these platforms too seriously. Like, don't have your personal stake of your identity is like how many Twitter followers I have, because that shit's fucking cringy. And, you know, it's going to cause some really bad mental health loops. So throwing that out there, Twitter is probably going to go into the dumps. I mean, I'm willing to see it not go into the dumps. You know, I'd love for Elon Musk to make Twitter the best website imaginable. Don't think it's going to happen. Very skeptical. But again, we'll see. So there you go. You're my only friends here on the AIA program. Now, like the content creator in me, right, is like, yes, the ideal viewer, no social life, and only watches my show, right? That's like the content creator in me. But the human being in me is like, I don't know, go watch some cartoons or something, you know? You gotta find something else to do. By the way, there's a couch dog behind me. I'm trying to angle this. Max! It's dog day, Max! It's dog day! It's dog day! God, I love that, Max. Oh, my opinion, everyone should go back to the days of having their own website. That's my opinion. Fuck all, oh, I got a Twitter page. Fuck your Twitter page. Make a website. All right, so next in news. When you did that strange yodel, my dog looked up like, what the fuck? It's dog day! It's dog day! Max! Max, it's dog day! Look at him, he's like, what the fuck are you talking about? It's dog day, Max! What don't you understand? It's dog day. Oh. Oh no. I caused the chain reaction. The whole couch got fucked up. I'm sorry, Max. I didn't mean to ruin the couch. I fucked something up. I threw the pillow, it caught one of the lights and knocked everything down. So I apologize, Max. I probably scared the shit out of him. I'm sorry. Maxie, I just wanted to celebrate Dog Day. I didn't mean it. I didn't mean it. Oh, no. Oh. Max. Max, you want to come uppy? Max, you want to come uppy? Uppy, uppy, uppy. Uppy, 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 uppy. Uppy, uppy, uppy. Come on, Max. Uppy. Uppy, uppy, uppy. All right. So, totally destroyed pretty much everything over here. But I will fix that after the show. Anyway, Max does not want to come uppy. He's too old for that. He's got like 3 uppies per day. And he already burned through like 2 of them this morning. You have a really sweet dog? I agree. I like dog. Ron DeSantis is, well, I mean, he's kind of a piece of shit. But also, I mean, he's really just a piece of fucking shit. So here we have an article from the New York Post. DeSantis blasts illegal alien looters after Hurricane Ian in Florida. Most of the heartless looters busted in hurricane-ravaged Florida were illegal immigrants. Heartless looters. I got a lot to say here. As he said, he'd like to drag them out by the collars and send them back where they came from. So I have a short clip here of this press conference. It's only 34 seconds. There's a little bit more details in the New York Post article about this, but let's watch this one.
We've had it for
Holy shit, the fucking volume is so goddamn fucking low. You motherfuckers don't know how to do this shit.
looters that were arrested, I guess a couple days ago, and they need to be brought to justice, and we're not going to tolerate it. But you know, 3 of the 4 are illegal aliens.
So I just want to say this. 3 of the 4? 4 what? Looters? You're telling me a hurricane killed dozens and dozens of people? Displaced hundreds of thousands of people, and only 4 people were looting? What?
And so these are people that are foreigners. They're illegally in our country, and not only that, they try to loot and ransack in the aftermath of a natural disaster. I mean, they should be prosecuted, but they need to be sent back to their home country. They should not be here at all.
So, imagine this scenario. You live in Florida, right? There is no infrastructure. There's no support for hurricane relief. You are trapped. You are hungry. You are thirsty. You can't drink any of the tap water. You can't drink anything. You go into a grocery store and steal, quote unquote, bottles of water. Now you're a looter. You're a heartless looter. This happened with Hurricane Katrina too. That's where I first heard this. Like, I remember being, like, when was Katrina? Like 2005 or 6 or some shit? I was pretty young back then. But I remember hearing, like, the idea that someone would steal food and water during a hurricane. And, like, everyone on the news was saying that that's a bad thing. How dare they steal food and water? And I'm thinking to myself, what? But there was a hurricane? There's a hurricane. No one is coming to save them. And you're fucking crying about someone stealing a bag of chips? Like, let's be honest, okay, right? Let's analyze here. What could someone be looting during a hurricane? Are they looting a flat screen TV? Where are they going to bring it? How are they going to transport it? They're not looting flat screen TVs. Are they looting jewelry? Maybe. You know? That could be an idea. Sell it off, pawn it off later. Who knows, right? 99% chance they are looting food, water, medicine, things that they need. The idea that during a hurricane, and let's be honest, when the store owners get back after the hurricane, they're going to have to throw everything out anyway. They're going to have to throw everything out anyway because they don't know. Maybe some of the packages were, you know, maybe floodwaters got inside of one of the packages. They're going to have to throw everything out as soon as they get back anyway. That's what insurance is for. So everything at these stores, they're gone. It's already just accounted for. They have insurance. It's gone. So the idea that you're going to call someone heartless for trying to get food and water during a natural disaster, meanwhile, you're sitting in a mansion, hanging out, watching this shit on television, you're in no danger. I mean, that fucking shit is crazy. That is some crazy ass shit. So he said this later on in the press conference. If I could, I would take those 3 looters. I would drag them out by the collars. I would send them back to where they came from. Like, he's literally, like, not even treating them as humans. We're talking about people that tried, like, to try to get food and water during a natural disaster. And maybe they're illegal, quote unquote, whatever the fuck that means. So that's why they couldn't access other forms of hurricane relief. Right? So you can read more of the details here. Looters will be shot. Oh my god. I don't know, man. We live in a really crazy ass country. Like, I mean, we really, like, we are in, like, one, like, Twilight Zone shit. Twilight Zone shit. It's crazy. What the fuck, man? Totally fucked up Max's. Max is laying on the couch and I threw a pillow at him. And now look at, I knocked everything down. Max is like crying in the corner. I didn't mean it, man. No, he's fine. Goddamn. So how's everyone doing today? I have one more thing I'd like to talk about today. And then we'll move into the movie review portion of the program. But I will not be doing a Twitch stream today. I'm gonna be hanging out, doing drugs all day. So, no Twitch stream. So I'm just throwing that out there. You know, giving people the information. Alrighty. Cooking with the Bitch is on hiatus. I'll say more about that later. Yeah, there you go. Anyway, let's talk about Joe Biden. I know, Joe Biden. So, first of all,
I am not up to the job. And I mean that sincerely. It's not like, whoa.
Biden's kinda, maybe, announcement he's running in 2024. So, by the way, this is NBC News. I love this headline. Previous presidents haven't hemmed and hawed about their intentions, then leaked through third-hand sources that they're going for it. Okay? So, talking about Bill Clinton, who cares? Who cares? Yet, that's what Biden has done. 2 weeks ago in a 60 Minutes interview on CBS, he alluded to making a final decision about running after the November 8th midterm elections. Then on Monday, NBC News reported that the president recently told the Reverend Al Sharpton in a private conversation at the White House that he will seek a second term. Sharpton, who is also an MSNBC host, informed his staff at the National Action Network, one of those whose official spokes to NBC News. So he told Al Sharpton he's going to run. All right. Now, again, my opinion is that Joe Biden running for president in 2024 is a major disaster decision. That's my opinion. That also being said, if Joe Biden runs in 2024, people should run against him. People should run against him. There should be other people to vote for in the primaries because that's democracy. The very fact that a Biden 24 White House bid is publicly in question reflects the deep political challenges he faces compared to the other first-term presidents, as well as his personal circumstances as the oldest U.S. president in history. When Biden launched his presidential bid in 2019, his campaign team presented the former vice president and 36-year Delaware senator, now 79, as a transition figure who could beat Donald Trump and then pass the leadership mantle to another Democrat. But Biden, not surprisingly, clearly wants to run again. Biden was elected to the Senate in 1972. Who cares? Wait, what does it say about 1980? 1980. He waited until 1988 to take his initial plunge and took a second shot exactly 20 years later. So they didn't. I love this. So he ran in 1988. What's not mentioned in this article is he lost in 1988. Why did he lose? There was a plagiarism scandal. Turned out he was plagiarizing almost all of his speeches. Right? Stealing shit from like kings and queens and shit. Really weird stuff. And back in 1988, if you lied publicly, you would be disqualified from office. So that's funny. I just want to say that. So he plagiarized the speeches and then got bullied out of the race. So only extraordinary circumstances have kept presidents from seeking second terms. Even exceptionally weak candidates have usually thrown their hats in the ring. President Gerald Ford, who assumed office when Nixon resigned over Watergate, hardly had a strong grasp on the Republican grassroots or widespread appeal as the representative of a damaged party. Elected only to the House seat in Western Michigan and then elevated to vice president and president through accidents of history, Ford barely staved off a 1976 GOP primary challenge from the former California governor, Ronald Reagan. Similarly, the Democratic president who vanquished Ford from the White House, blah, blah, blah. Anyway, so this is just some random ass shit. Some history lesson. But anyway, Joe Biden is apparently saying that he's made plans to run. I think that is a disastrous news story. I think that is a really bad deal. And, I don't know, man. Like, the thing about Biden 2024 is it really just kind of proves that Democrats have nothing. Not even baby boomers. Not even baby boomers, man. Like, Democrats have nothing to offer as far as non-old as fuck leadership. These motherfuckers can't pass the torch to the goddamn baby boomers, man. Like, come on. Like, there's no one else that's better. Like, obviously, I want Bernie Sanders, right? But I mean, like, can we get someone that's not 80 years old? I would support Bernie Sanders over almost anyone. Very few exceptions. If any exceptions. Honestly, I would probably vote for Bernie Sanders over everyone else. But that is depressing. That is depressing that Bernie Sanders is still like the furthest left member of Congress that's willing to run for president. And he's like 9 trillion years old. Like, that motherfucker's older than the Big Bang. And yet he's still, like, how is that possible, man? I mean, like, I'm serious. That's crazy shit. But who else? Who else has a profile and a platform that possibly could run for president? I don't know. But this is crazy. Anyway, Biden 2024, I hope that there's a primary election, and I hope that he doesn't win the primary election. But I don't know. If he runs, I think the 24 general election is going to be a disaster. My opinion, if Democrats can hold the House and the Senate, I'd be more likely to entertain Joe Biden running for president again. But if Joe Biden runs for president, and Republicans have the House, and they're doing like a bunch of stupid investigation bullshit, there's no way he's going to win. Like, again, you have to understand the average American is so fucking goddamn stupid that they're going to hear that Biden's under investigation. Right? Like, I need you to understand just how fucking stupid Americans are. It's crazy. But anyway, we'll see how it goes. Sheldon Whitehouse, who exposes dark money in the Federalist Society, has he made any sort of presidential ambition? Like, has he hinted at it in any fashion? Because if so, I mean, okay. But also, isn't he old as fuck too? Like, he's like, what, like 60, 70? Anyway, that's the news portion of the show. I'm going to be getting into a movie review in a moment here.
It is time for us to do what we have been doing, and that time is every day. Every day it is time for us to agree.
Zombievers. Where can I watch it? Where is it available? All right, y'all. Last night, I watched the sequel to The Collector. It's called The Collection. Clever name for a sequel. And I said in the Collector movie review that I have seen both of these movies before. Probably, I don't know, maybe around when they came out. I'm not sure. But it's been a long time. I remember The Collector being significantly better than The Collection. But to be honest, The Collection was pretty good. I do still think The Collector is significantly better. I think the pacing of The Collector is better. I think the lower body count and higher anxiety stakes of The Collector is better. But I also understand that being a sequel, it's hard to recapture that same spirit again. So The Collection, this movie takes a little bit more of like an action torture kind of vibe. At the very start of the movie, there's like a rave, and like the Collector kills like almost, if not everybody at the rave. Like, he's got some giant lawnmower blade that cuts through the whole crowd. There's like, I mean, that scene, it sets up the movie to be like, yes, this is going to be a little bit more campy. This is going to be a little bit more action-y, less of what's going on in the first movie. I mean, like, you kill like 200 people in the opening sequence. You know? In the whole of the first movie, I think he kills like 10 people maybe. And then in the opening sequence, there's like 200 plus murders. I mean, so it's a little campy. But you know what? The effects are cool. And so, you know what? Fuck it, whatever. So anyway, the Collector takes some daughter of a rich guy. The rich guy like hires like an assassin squad. And the assassin squad gets the guy from the first movie to go to like the Collector's fucking like hideout. So they go to the hideout to save the bitch. And then the whole squad basically ends up getting killed, essentially. And so I would say pretty much everything after the opening sequence, I thought it was really good. I thought it was pretty solid and on par with the first movie. It's just that my opinion of like the opening sequence, I love the mass murder. I think it looks really cool visually, aesthetically. But plot-wise, story-wise, I just think it's a giant... Like, if we're talking about, like, this is the 18th movie in the series, right? But this is, like, the second movie in the series, and they're already, like, raising the stakes so much. Now, again, there was going to be a third Collector movie called The Collected. I don't know what's going on with that, but as of right now, there's only 2 films in the series. So anyway, the character from the first movie, I think his name is Arkin, You know, he is forced by the assassinations, or like the hit squad, you know, like they got like they're like a private investigator team with guns or whatever, and they go to kill the collector and save the kid. But like they're not law enforcement, right? So they kind of kidnap the main character from the first movie, Arkin, to bring him there. He doesn't even want to be there. And then like for most of this movie, there's kind of like 4 factions going on. Like there's like the kidnapper victim from the beginning of the movie, the rich guy's daughter, right? Then there's the collector. Then there's like the hit squad with all the guns, and then Arkin like escapes from them because he just wants to get the fuck out of there, right? He doesn't give a shit. He wants to get the hell out of there. So there's like 4 factions going on, right? At any given time in like the middle arc of this movie. And I thought that was really good because like, you know, Arkin is escaping from everybody. He just wants to get the fuck out, right? And then the guys with guns, like the murder team or whatever, they're looking for him because, you know, I don't know, whatever. The collector's running around. He's killing some random people that he has like in some rooms and shit. I don't know. I think The Collection is a good movie. I definitely thought that it was better than I remembered. I thought that this movie was a lot worse the first time I saw it. But seeing it a second time, I think it's a lot better. I think what I like about the first movie so much is not nearly as present in the second movie. So all my favorite parts from The Collector are kind of just thrown to the wayside for this movie. But, you know, bringing the characters over, the same guy from the first movie going through the second movie, that's cool. I like that. I like when protagonists can survive for multiple films in like horror franchises. I think that's cool. I think that the art, like the tube things going on at the end, I don't even like, you can kind of see it in the movie poster here. Like there's these weird tubes. I don't even know what the fuck. That's cool. The aesthetics of this movie are really cool. Like he's in like this abandoned motel or hotel thing. Right, so it's like he's got like a lot of cool rooms. I think that the movie overall, aesthetically, it looks great. There's lots of good gore. There's lots of action scenes, lots of like decapitation, lots of like, you know, juicy murder. But it misses a lot more of the anxiety stakes of the first movie. Because, you know, again, it's hard to redo the same magic in a sequel. And I feel like, you know, they got rid of all the high stakes anxiety. And they had so many characters that they're just killing them all off so much that it kind of, you know, it was kind of obvious like which character would be killed next, because they were just killing them in the order of like least important to most important, right? So it's like, I don't know, but either way, it's a solid sequel. I would love to watch a third movie in this franchise. I think it's a good one. I think that the main character, like the aesthetic, you know, the mask, the costume, I think it's great. And the ending to this movie is really good. I don't know if I want to spoil the ending, but the ending of this movie is really, really good. It sets up like a really interesting third movie that was in development, and again, to this day, 10 years later, still hasn't happened. But yeah, I mean, I thought that the ending was great. I thought a lot of parts in this movie were great. I just think that the first one is better in every way. But you know what? That doesn't make the sequel bad. And, you know, I recommend watching both of them. I saw them both for free on Amazon Prime Video. And so, you know, if you have access to that, then there you go. But yeah, that's The Collection. And once again, tonight, I want to say this in advance. Today, I should say, I'm going to be doing a double feature. So tomorrow morning, I will review these 2 movies. Scooby-Doo Zombie Island. And the Scooby-Doo Courage the Cowardly Dog crossover film. I've been watching Courage the Cowardly Dog again recently. I've been watching the old Scooby-Doo from the 1960s recently as well. And so I wanted to try to watch a couple of the Scooby-Doo movies throughout this Halloween. And I forgot until I was looking through that there was the Courage the Cowardly Dog. So this is like the first time Courage the Cowardly Dog has come back in any animation form in like 20 years. So I'm looking forward to it. But there you go. That's The Collection. I'm going to be watching some Scoob. A little bit more lighthearted, but that's going to be great. And so The Collection. There you go. Check it out. That's all I have to say on that one. I saw first of all, Velma, as a Scooby-Doo fan, Velma was gay. That's obvious. That's been obvious since the original Scooby-Doo live-action movie at the very least. right? If you know anything about the Scooby-Doo live action movie, like was it 2002, 3? It was originally supposed to be like an 18 plus, like kind of like campy, like slasher movie, kind of like. It was supposed to be like an adult interpretation of Scooby-Doo originally. Velma was written originally to be gay in the 2003 or 2, I forget when it was, Scooby-Doo film, the first one, the live action one. And basically the studio said there's no way that she's allowed to be gay. But there were originally going to be like makeout scenes with Daphne and Velma, or at least, you know, stuff like that. There's a little bit left in the script. So if you watch Scooby-Doo, the live action one, maybe I'll watch it this month. I don't know. I love the first Scooby-Doo movie. 2 is a lot. Scooby-Doo 2, Monsters Unleashed, right, is like the campy kids movie. But Scooby-Doo 1, it is a kids movie, but it was originally designed to be an 18 plus version of Scooby-Doo. And so if you look at it with that lens, right, if you look at it and know that, there's a lot of things you can pick up on in the original Scooby-Doo live action film. So I would definitely say, you know, watch that with that kind of eye, and you'll see Velma being gay. Also, there you go. That's it. Scooby-Doo Mystery Inc. has a really cringe comp pet thing with Velma being a super toxic girlfriend to Shaggy, but then she and Marcy are finally suggested to be an item. The original live action is One of the Island with Mr. Bean. That's right. Starring Matthew Lillard as Shaggy, who did such a good job in the role as Shaggy that he took over as voice actor for Shaggy. Also, he is, I believe, in Scream, which I'll be. I believe Matthew Lillard is in Scream, isn't he? Yeah, he's in Scream. I'm going to watch Scream this month. I got to watch Scooby-Doo and Scream back to back, the Matthew Lillard masterpieces. But anyway, there you go. There you go. That's the show. I gotta fix this fucking couch. Look at this. I caused a mess on today's stream. Look, it's a fucking disaster. So anyway, I'm going to go have a good day. Thank you all for watching. I hope that y'all have a great day. I will be doing another Spook6ular Twitch stream, video game stream. I'm planning for Friday. I may do another stream tomorrow that's not Spook6ular. I might do some speedruns. I'm working on some new stuff. But anyway, that's it. That's all I got. So, thank you. I had some alcohol in my coffee, so bear with me. And I'm going to have a great day. And I hope you have a great day. And if you don't have a great day, you know what? You should have a Great Dane, like Scooby-Doo, in your life. So watch Scooby-Doo Zombie Island and Scooby-Doo Courage the Cowardly. I don't know what the Courage title is. I know it's like Straight Out of Nowhere or some shit, like something like that. Anyway. Check it out. I'm gonna check it out, and that's it. That's the show. It's over. It's done. How many times do I have to say goodbye before you motherfuckers get the fuck out of here? Oh, yeah. Okay, bye.
Joe Brandon, I agree. Everybody comes in your grandmother ear. Everybody comes in your grandmother ear. Everybody comes in your grandmother. 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 Everybody comes in your comes in your grandmother ear.
I don't know who created Pokemon Go, but I try to figure out how we get them to have Pokemon go to the polls.
And then they have cans of soup. And they throw the cans of soup. That's better than a brick because you can't throw a brick, it's too heavy. But a can of soup, you can really put some power into that, right? And then when they get caught, they say, no, this is soup from my family. They're so innocent. This is soup from my family. It's incredible. And you have people coming over with bags of soup, big bags of soup, and they lay it on the ground, and the anarchists take it and they start throwing it at our cops, at our police. And if it hits you, that's worse than a brick because it's got force. It's the perfect size. It's like made perfect. And when they get caught, they say, no, this is just soup for my family. And then the media says, this is just soup. These people are very, very innocent. They're innocent people.